Hey guys, what's going on? Mark here, back again already. And the reason for that is that I'm overwhelmed with the responses that I'm getting, the inbox messages and stuff of people that are following along what we're doing and genuinely excited about it and whatnot, which I think is awesome. So I feel compelled to keep everybody in the loop on how things are going, and regretfully I have to inform you that our season now is over. We, as you see earlier, we nipped a couple of pistons, and I thought that we could clean the block up and stick a couple of pistons in and get back out and do some more testing the rest of this year. But unfortunately, we noticed that today when I was cleaning the block, I cleaned up the aluminum and stuff, and number 6 had suffered some scores that that won't hone out. It needs to be bored. So that seems easy enough, right, guys? You say, why don't you just bore the fucking block and order up some pistons and away you go? And that would be fine, other than a couple of reasons. One, we have to send the block out and have it machined and see where we're at with it to get a measurement before we can order any pistons. Then we need to order pistons. We don't get the stuff as quick up here as you guys get down there. Thirdly, I want to do a little bit of research because there are a few piston options available or allowed in Pro Stock, and I kind of want to make sure that we find the best choice. Trust me when I say this doesn't sit easy with me, because if you know me, you know I don't quit, you know that I don't give up, especially when we're this close to where we want to be. But unfortunately in this case, it's just really out of my control. It's so late in the season. I own a tire shop, and it's a busy time where I'm working 70 hours a week and trying to do that and get this thing back out and do some more testing. So don't get me wrong, if it was a race, that's fucking no question, it would be fixed. I would jam anything in there to go back out, but there is no racing. It's just some testing. And the positive is that we're super close to where we want to be anyways. Really happy how things have turned out. It's been a really stressful season. We worked really hard to get where we are, and we're really close. And we're close with, we ran a Sportmaster gear case, which is not efficient whatsoever. We have a good one now that I know we're going to pick up there. The other thing's cool, when we tore the motor apart, and when I tore the motor apart to check it all over, I noticed that the last time out before we heard it, we ran our best ETs, and within a tenth of competitive Pro Stock boat. And when I got the motor apart, noticed that it needs a set of reeds, and we were trying to drag reed, a super thin drag reed that seemed to hit hard and work good, but I was also warned that they're not going to last very long, and I probably have 30 or better passes on them. When we took it apart, I'll show you guys here in a minute, the reeds, they're fucked. So I know there's some ET lost there, and we hadn't even got into tuners. We hadn't straightened the bottom of the boat. We still got some weight that we can move around, and the weight bias. I mean, there's all these little things. So the nice thing is, and we can, and the motor had a bit of leak down before it was hurt. It's, I'm super positive that we can freshen up the motor. We're going to have a little bit more power there again, do all these other things. We come out next year and we're going to be ready to go. So make sure you follow along, because I'm going to continue to make these videos, because we're going to do some really cool shit with this boat. I'm going to turn this around and show you guys some stuff in the motor that we found, show you some things in the boats, a couple things that we're going to do, and as well as that, I'm going to work hard with this with the new GoPro that I have, and this new editor, and hopefully I can make the quality of these videos a little bit better and maybe jazz them up a little bit. So anyways, let me show you these things here. So some cool things with the boat that we got planned here this winter is Mike Winstone, a friend of mine who is really good at this kind of stuff. He's going to take the boat back and flip it over and work on the bottom of it. Nothing's been done under there, so basically just straighten up all the edges and that sort of thing, help sort of clean it up. And one thing that's going to be kind of cool is we're going to cut all this out here, and we've got like an STV style fairing that we want to adapt into it, which is going to be awesome. But I have one that's broken up. Mike's going to fix it. We're going to take a plug off it and give it to my carbon fiber guy, or I say my carbon fiber guy, a guy I know that does carbon fiber, and build a super lightweight carbon fiber fairing that'll just Deutz fasten in. I think that's going to be really cool. We haven't decided whether we're going to paint the boat or not. I kind of don't want to, just because I like the original gel, but anyways, a couple ideas. We're also going to cut the floor out from behind the back seat back. It doesn't need to be there. We'll move the tank forward for some better weight distribution, and those things are all going to help me be able to come in at a, you know, with the boat sitting a bit flatter and at a little bit higher speed, and hopefully helping the 60 foot a little bit. So another thing that was cool too, we worked with the guys at Speedwire this year. I've known those guys up here for years, Canadian company, and they built some quality race electronics and switches and that sort of thing. So anyways, we designed this the switch panel here with a design for a 2-stroke kill, and we put the kill, you know, the kill button in it and whatnot. So that's really cool, and they did a great job. There's a couple things that I'm going to change around on it and work with those guys, and we'll do that this year and get it back in the boat with a couple of the changes and that sort of thing. So yeah, just, you know, a lot of it's sorted out. We just want to, you know, just make the boat a little bit more efficient. We can take a little bit of weight out of it. We are a tad bit heavy. We're really close, but we'll get some of that weight out of it and make it look, I think it'll look super cool with the fairing in there, and should track straight. I'm happy that we can make it work, and I wanted to be sure that we could. If we couldn't, I was going to off it and then go to an Allison, but I really didn't want to do that. I really like these needle nose STVs, and I kind of wanted to stick it through and make it work. And now that I know that it will, we're going to stick with that. So as well as that stuff too, we're going to do some really cool stuff with the rigging here this winter. We had Joe at Unit 5 build me these cool battery hold downs. We've had really good luck with the anti-gravity batteries. So and we've been banking them like we talked about in one of the episodes there, just for some extra surge capacity. And so anyways, it's super cool. I'm excited to get these in the boat. Gail over at Speedwire, they were going to run the Speedwire solenoids for the trim motor, just to, you know, keep everything safe, make sure we don't end up with a shorted trim solenoid and end up, you know, flipping the boat over backwards if nobody needs any of that. So anyways, working with those guys closely, and can do some really cool stuff with the rigging on this boat, and keep it, you know, light is more, or I should say less is more. We ran all Tefzo wire and stuff this year, and it's kind of cool. We ended up trying some kind of a bit of experimental stuff, running some like 22 gauge where usually you would run an 18, and everything worked out really good there. We had no issues that way. So kind of as I tear the boat back apart, do the floor, we're going to redo that, and I'll document all that and make some cool videos and kind of show you what we're doing. So have some super lightweight wiring and rigging in this boat. So anyways, yeah, I think it's going to be cool and add to the whole package. So okay guys, so it looks like that's a wrap on the season, but I just really want to encourage you guys to continue to follow along. And one thing I've noticed when I search other YouTube videos and that sort of stuff, the ones with all kinds of followers and all that kind of shit, seem to have this bubbly, over the top, boastful, hey guys, it can't really be like that. It's not really who I am, and I won't do that just to get YouTube followers. I'd rather have 10 followers that are interested in what we're doing, and I'm not looking to collect a paycheck out of this. It's just kind of doing it for fun. That being said, I would like to continue to to increase the quality of them and that sort of thing, and hopefully you guys find that fun. So be sure to follow along. We're going to do some really cool shit throughout the winter and keep busy out in the shop here. And the other thing I really need to add is the amount of people that helped me get where I am here already. I mean, we haven't set the world on fire by any means, but a fucking year and a half ago, I didn't know any of this shit, and there's a lot of people that come into my life that have helped me get this program to where it is, and they've also become my good friends. So that's a cool thing with the racing community, right? It's how things sort of go. So just got to lend a shout out to a few people like Paul at Top Gun for sure. Like, Paul and I have become really close. He's a great guy, and I've learned so much from him, and he's always there. He's got parts for me. He's got he's got whatever I need, and he picks up the phone and calls, and we shoot the shit about life and that sort of thing. Great guy. And Mike Winstone, who I bought the boat from, it's funny, I buy a boat, and now he's become one of my best friends. We talk every day and that sort of thing. Greg Keeling was the guy that got me into this shit, and Greg's a good dude. He lives down the street from me, and our family and his family have become super close, and we're over there all the time, and back and forth, and great people and a lot of fun. And now, Greg, I do hold you responsible for me spending a lot of fucking money in the last year. I will let you know that. But anyways, all good. Always enjoy it. Rob Twyble, my homie, helped me with my tunes. Rob's a really smart guy. He's been doing this shit a long time, and I know I blow his phone right the fuck up. Sometimes he must think, oh my God, what's he want now? But I'm intense and I'm passionate, and I think he loves that. And it's cool. We have some great conversations and talk about this shit well into the night. And you know what? Some guys that I've just met briefly down in Jasper, Tennessee, like Brett Hamilton. The guy's, you know, he's the GOAT in pro stock, and he's, you know, we shoot the shit all the time back and forth. He wrote the map for me, and he's just a great dude. And again, like Rob, he's there to answer these calls, and I know there's times you must think, holy fuck, what's he want now? But anyways, he always answers the phone, and you know, we text back and forth. He always checks in to see how we're making out, and that's super cool. And you know what, some other guys, Danny Spears, and oh shit, man, there's so many of them. But just want to thank all you guys. It's awesome, and I owe what we have done to you guys, and I promise you, we'll continue to work hard, and we'll put this package together and go out, and hopefully, we can go a few rounds and do some fun racing. So anyways, thanks guys. Follow along. Again, smash that like button, share with your friends. Hopefully you like the content, and check back regular. Thanks guys.